I first realized my son needed help when he was a teenager, probably by the time he was 17. He was full into drinking and partying and probably a few other drugs I didn't know about. He did not think he had a problem at all, but the drinking was pretty much out of control by the time he was in grade 12 in high school. It was pretty hellish for a number of years. I was going through a divorce from his father, and his father was physically in a wheelchair. He suffered from multiple sclerosis. He was in a personal care home for a number of years. Passed away in 2011, and at that time then Derek's drinking became really out of control. I was probably the world's biggest enabler, keeping him in money and food and an apartment before he came back to Carmen. I paid his rent, and I did give him money quite a bit, so that unbeknownst to me, he was buying alcohol with it, whereas I thought he was buying food. He was just into his drinking heavily, so there was resentment on both of our parts. I think he resented me, but yet relied on me for the enabling, and I resented him because I knew I was enabling, and it was a pretty vicious cycle, actually. So he moved back to Carmen thinking he would just get better, and it turned out to get a whole lot worse. So I'm not exactly sure of the date, but he did try to commit suicide by drinking a few bottles of vodka and popping some pills. I ended up taking him from Carmen to Boundary Trails, which is about a 30-minute drive, where he was quite aggressive and out of control, and so that was a real eye-opener, I think, for both of us. When he woke up and he didn't realize where he was or how he had got there. We hadn't really heard of Aurora, but it just sounded like a really great place. Aurora focused on the mental illness aspect of the addiction rather than just, oh, you're just an alcoholic and you need to stop drinking. It was diving into what actually was going on, when it started, and how to deal with it. And also instilling a sense of pride by taking care of your body, how you eat, and getting sleep and physical exercise, and putting emphasis on those things was really great for Derek. He really took an interest in other people who were there too. After 30 days, he came home, and he did have a relapse. I believe he is very happy now. He's very proud of himself. He continues to want to see other people succeed, because he knows the program really works if you really put your mind to it and want it for yourself. And so I think it's wonderful, and to see him happy. I think that those goals have been long surpassed, and he continues to grow each day, and he continues to work his program each day, and I also continue to work mine as much as I possibly can, because that is the only way to have success. So to have that program behind you is tremendously important. So there's been many goals that he has achieved in his past 2 years of sobriety that I'm sure he never would have thought that he could achieve them before Aurora. And it's the same for me. I'm just very happy and thankful that he's still here. and that he has a happy life.